Just basic exposure. Like I said, as Dr. Gambello says beautifully, I think it's one thing to learn about it on a textbook or in a clinical vignette on a piece of paper, but it's another to put a face to that disease or to that name, because then it really humanizes that entire experience, and then you really remember that experience, that interaction, that patient interaction, better than if you just read it or highlighted it on a piece of paper. I think, of course, I'm only a second year med student, so I don't have any exposure, any experience as a physician yet, but I think going back to like the basics, I think just exposure can then lead to, compassion, empathy, that can lead to experience, that can lead to effective screening and tools, that can lead hopefully to preventative measures. I mean, as of now, of course, we're in a society, we're in a world, a time where everything is reactive. We're reacting to Tay-Sachs, we're reacting to Sjogren's, we're reacting to spina bifida, but hopefully, I think the earlier the exposure we get, the better we are equipped to maybe hopefully turn the wheel to a more proactive stance, which is of course the goal, right? Is not to treat, but to prevent, hopefully. And I believe sincerely, that starts from a basic fundamental exposure, like, oh, this is what rare diseases are. They actually affect people, real life people. I can put a face, I can put a name to it. This person has been affected by it their entire life.
I also think though that, I think targeting medical students is great, but I think that we need to target learners at a younger age even. Undergraduates, high school students, like one of our head genetic counselors here from Emory, and she said, I didn't know about genetic counseling until senior in high school?
College.
Senior year in college. I think that outreach to undergraduates, even high school kids, about rare diseases, might put the spunk in these kids to say, oh, I want to do that, right? Even before they go to medical school. So I think outreach is really
exactly, and like my 13-year-old who's not affected, she's in school. So kids, we can use these younger kids to start making their children, their teachers aware and their schools, and we can make a change. We just have to be able to do it, And I think, like you said, the younger the better, because that would make such a difference in spreading awareness, especially in school. Like 13 is old. If they're in science, biology, they should start being able to learn about this. It'll shape the future.
I know, it kind of goes to what I mentioned earlier, exactly what Dr. Gambello said, right? Is that you only are aware of what you've been exposed to, and it's kind of based on like the people that you are around. My sister she's currently getting her post-bac to go to Masters for Speech Language Pathology, and she's doing a program where she is going into a community, and they do, they meet with the kids, I think they're high school kids, to just talk about the fact that there are, health sciences careers out there, because these kids don't generally get that exposure. So yeah, that is super important.